Traders, how's everybody doing? It's Wednesday, October 15th, and just wanted to make a quick video to talk about a few things. The first exciting thing to talk about is the fact that I completed my first total, not beta version of the 3-day options day trading boot camp last week from Tuesday to Thursday, and it was a success. It was 3 days of live trading. Each day slowly, moved into the next one, sort of building on the things that I was talking about the day before. So the first day, I lost approximately $40 trading one contract. The next day, I made approximately $800 trading a handful of contracts. And then the third day, I made approximately $400 trading a slightly smaller amount of contracts. Now we're talking about on day 2, I believe I traded 7 contracts, maybe 8 contracts. And on day 3, I traded like 4 or 5 contracts. So altogether, the totals were a profit of somewhere between $1,100 and $1,200 for the 3 days. And that was with live trading with 10 students on the call with me as I shared my screen. And I think it went well. I think that they learned a lot. There were no technical difficulties. Everybody was able to join, no problems. So that was awesome. So that's number one. The second thing I wanted to mention is because this last one went so well, I have decided that I am going to do one of these every month. So the next one, I'm planning to do it November 11th through the 13th, I believe, are the dates. That would be a Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, once again. And I'm going to update my site either today or tomorrow. So whenever you see this video, just go to lonewolftradingclub.com and you should see it right there on the store tab. You should see the link to be able to join. So if for some reason it hasn't already been updated when you go there, just check back. I'm definitely going to get it updated either today or tomorrow. And and then if you want to join, you can join. It's going to be about 1 month from now. And once again, I'm going to cap the students at 10 students, just so that everybody feels like they have a chance to get their questions answered. Because one of the things that's really important to me is that people learn. And, obviously, if you're newer to trading and you're jumping on a call with somebody and you're seeing all this possibly, alien-looking stuff on the screen, you're going to have a lot of questions about what you're looking at or why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I want everybody to be able to get their questions answered. And so that's why I'm going to cap the students at 10 people once again. So that's number 2. Number 3, I just wanted to use today to reiterate one other thing that I talked about in the boot camp, and I've talked about on this channel a million times before, but it's one of the most important fundamental concepts of what I do every day, and it's one of the reasons why I can be successful day after day, and that is always take profits when you have profits. Today is a perfect example of something like this happening. So right now, when I'm recording this, it is almost 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we just had a bit of a bounce back up, but SPY and pretty much everything has been falling out really, really hard for the last couple hours. So we had a couple hours worth of very, very downwards action, and just within the last few minutes, it started to turn back around again. But the point is, today I made just a little bit over $1,000. I locked in $1,000 profit, and all of this was done within the first hour. Actually, most of it was done today within the first 30 to 45 minutes. I traded a lot of contracts today, so definitely more than what I traded when I was in the boot camp. I deliberately scaled back the amount of contracts I was trading in the boot camp because I was more focused on actually teaching people and sort of mirroring my own approach to if I had less skin in the game and, less money on my trades, trading it that way. But today, again, I'm just all by myself. So I'm freewheeling, trading the way I usually trade. So I went in with larger size and I made $1,000 today. But the reason that I made that $1,000 is because I didn't hesitate when I saw those nice juicy green candles going in my direction. I didn't say to myself, oh, cool, I'm just going to let it ride all day long. No, I took profits when the profits were there. And that's a very, very important concept. It's one of the most important concepts in understanding the way that I trade. Obviously the first one is being able to identify trends, and when you think there's the start of a trend and really participating in the trend. But then the second one is knowing when to take profit and never thinking that this is going to last forever. So a lot of times on successful trades, I'm in and out of those trades sometimes within 5 minutes, sometimes a couple of minutes. Ideally, I like to hold things open maybe closer to like 30, 45 minutes, sometimes even, all day long, or a small percentage of my position, I'll hold that all day long. But most of the time I like to close almost all of my position very quickly after I open it, as soon as I see a couple of really, really big candles going in my favor, because you'll get the price spike on the options contract price, and then you have to take advantage of that spike when you see that. So that's one of the other things that I wanted to talk about today. And the final thing that I wanted to talk about before I get out of here today, and it sort of connects to what I was just talking about, is that like when you do take your profit, and if you're trading a large amount of contracts and you take profit and you don't just leave your whole position on, then you can be okay with letting a smaller portion of your position run a little bit longer. And that's what I did today on Apple. I'm going to show you my P&L today, and you'll see on Apple there's like a $300 and something open position number there, and that's because that's the 3 contracts that I still had open when I took this screenshot. So you see the number on the right is what I actually locked in today. That's my profit that I locked in. And then the number on the left is the amount of the worth of the contracts that I still had open at the moment when I took that screenshot. At the moment, as I'm recording this, I still have 3 contracts open on Apple. And I can do this and I can keep those contracts open and lose money. Like I was losing money on those 3 open contracts over the last couple hours. I was losing money. I was totally okay with it. I didn't freak out because for a couple reasons. The first reason is that I already made a bunch of money on Apple today and I locked in those profits. And since I locked in the profits, I can be a little bit more risky on what I let my remaining couple of contracts do because I've already locked in profit. So even if I end up losing money on the other 3 contracts that I still have open, that's okay because I've locked in the profits on the ones from earlier today. So that allows you to do that. When you lock in profits, it allows you to keep other contracts open that you may be losing money on. So that's number 1. And number 2, if you have enough time left until expiration, it's Wednesday now. These contracts expire on Friday. I absolutely believe that between now and Friday, there's going to be another moment where I'll see those big spikes up in price, and I'll be able to take advantage of the big price spikes, the big candles that I want to see, and I'll be able to close those other 3 contracts out for a profit at some point between now and Friday. And so that's another thing. Like if today was Friday and I was having the same conversation, but it was a Friday, I would have been forced to close every single one of the contracts today, no matter what, because there's no more time left. Time is money, or time is the opportunity to make money. So I already closed most of my position. I can't remember exactly how many contracts I traded on Apple off the top of my head, but it was definitely over 10 to 15 contracts today that I traded. And now I have 3 left open. So that means that I've already closed like probably 10 contracts and taken my profit off of those. And then these 3 is just what I've got left over. And I have enough time between now and Friday that even though they were losing me money over the last couple hours, it didn't reach my ultimate stop out level that I had set for myself. So I didn't, worry about needing to stop out. And I wasn't freaking out thinking, oh my God, I'm losing money, because I had already locked in money. So even with the amount that my open contracts were losing me, that was still a lot less than what I had already made on Apple for the day. So that's the other thing I wanted to talk about. And last but not least, final thing I want to talk about is how when you diversify yourself and you spread yourself out over a couple of different trades that you see, it's possible to have losing trades and still be green on the day. And that's exactly what happened to me today. You'll see that I had a very small loss on Intel today. I traded 4 different things. I traded 4 different tickers today. And you can see that I had 3 successful trades and I had 1 loss. And my 1 loss that I had was a fraction of the amount of the gains that I had on my gainers. And so that's what you want. You just want the overall P&L to be green every day. And mine was. I had like a 20% P&L on the day, even with a losing contract. So as long as you manage everything properly and you manage your risk and you manage your size and you get your entries and your exits nailed and you don't hold everything all day long, you're going to be fine, even when you do have some losing trades. So that's it for now. Just wanted to make this quick video to update everybody about how last week's boot camp went and let you know I'm going to do another one next month. And, I don't expect the next one to be any different than the one we just had. I expect to make money every single day. And of course, some days I don't make money. The very first day of the boot camp, I lost $40. So yes, you will lose money sometimes, but I expect in my mind to make money every single day, no matter what. So that's it for now. I hope you guys are doing well and having successful trades. And until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.